Welcome, dear dreamers, to the enchanting world of soothing sleep. As the moonlight dances upon the tranquil waters of your imagination, we invite you to embark on a journey like no other. Tonight, we shall weave together the timeless threads of fairy tales to cradle you in the embrace of sweet slumber. With each word, you'll be drawn deeper into a realm where dreams come to life, where the worries of the day melt away like morning mist. Our stories are the keys to unlock the hidden treasures of your mind, gently guiding you to the land of peaceful rest. But before we embark on this mystical journey, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel, allowing us to continue filling your nights with the magic of soothing tales. Join our growing family of dreamers and ensure you never miss a moment of our bedtime stories. Now close your eyes, take a deep breath, and prepare to be transported to a world where anything is possible. Let the stories of soothing sleep carry you away, like a boat on the tranquil sea of dreams. Once upon a time, in a small quiet town nestled in the heart of a lush green forest, there lived a boy named Michael and a girl named Lily. They were kindred spirits, bound together by the threads of destiny from the very moment they first laid eyes on each other. Their love was a tale spun from the purest of emotions, a love so deep that it could melt the iciest of hearts. Michael was a handsome young lad with hair as dark as the night sky and eyes that glistened like the stars. Lily was his counterpart, her golden hair cascading like sunlight and her eyes the color of the clearest of sapphire waters. They had known each other since they were mere infants, and their bond had only grown stronger with each passing day. The townsfolk often marveled at how perfect they were for each other, like two puzzle pieces that fit together flawlessly. In this quaint town, life flowed like a gentle brook, never rushing or tumultuous. It was a place where everyone knew each other and everyone cared for one another. Michael and Lily's love story was whispered through the cobblestone streets, talked about by old men at the local inn, and sung about by the town minstrels. Their love was indeed the stuff of legends, the purest of fairy tales. However, in every fairy tale, there is a twist. One sunny morning when the birds were singing their sweetest songs and the town's flowers were in full bloom, a stranger arrived. His name was Benjamin, and he was a dashing young man with eyes that sparkled like the emeralds found deep within the forest. He had a way with words, and his charming smile could melt the heart of even the coldest soul. Benjamin had come to the town with a purpose. He had heard of the legendary love between Michael and Lily and decided to test it. He believed that no love could be as pure as they claimed, and he was determined to prove it. The townspeople, always curious and eager for a little excitement, welcomed Benjamin with open arms. As Benjamin entered the town, he couldn't help but notice the way Michael and Lily looked at each other. It was as if they were the only two people in the world, lost in their own little paradise. But Benjamin was not one to be deterred easily. He began to woo Lily with his words and compliments, like a siren luring a ship into treacherous waters. At first, Lily was taken aback by Benjamin's charm, but she remained loyal to Michael, her heart firmly tied to him like a sailor's knot. Michael, on the other hand, felt a growing unease in his heart. He watched as Lily's attention seemed to waver, her gaze drawn to Benjamin's tales of distant lands and adventures. The townsfolk watched with bated breath as the love between Michael and Lily was put to the test. It seemed as if Benjamin's charm was working, and the town's legendary love story was unraveling before their very eyes. But true love, like the roots of an ancient tree, runs deep. One fateful evening, as the moon hung low in the sky, Michael approached Benjamin with a heavy heart. He said, "You may have won her attention for a moment, but you will never win her heart. Her heart belongs to me, and it always will." Benjamin, touched by Michael's words, realized the purity of the love that existed between Michael and Lily. He confessed his intentions, and with a humble heart, he departed from the town, leaving behind only the memory of a love that could not be swayed. And so in the small, quiet town nestled in the heart of the lush green forest, the love of Michael and Lily continued to blossom and thrive. Their laughter echoed through the cobblestone streets like a symphony of joy, a testament to their unbreakable bond. The townspeople, enchanted by their love story, reveled in the melodies of their happiness, for it was a love so profound that it could conquer even the most formidable of trials. As the seasons changed, Michael and Lily continued to explore the wonders of their beloved town. They wandered hand in hand through the sun-dappled meadows, where wildflowers swayed in the gentle breeze, and butterflies painted the sky with vibrant hues. The townsfolk would often catch glimpses of them beneath the ancient oak tree, where they whispered secrets and dreams to one another. But life, as it often does, had more in store for this fairy tale couple. It was on a crisp autumn day, as golden leaves fell like drops of sunlight, that a mysterious letter arrived in the town. The parchment was adorned with intricate calligraphy, and its seal bore the emblem of a distant kingdom. The message was an invitation to a grand ball in the far-off realm of the Crystal Palace, where dreams were woven into reality and enchantment filled the air. Michael and Lily, enchanted by the idea of such a wondrous event, found themselves swept up in a whirlwind of preparations. The townsfolk came together, stitching the most magnificent gowns and crafting suits of royal splendor. The town's minstrels composed songs that spoke of the love between Michael and Lily, songs that would be sung at the grand ball. The night of the grand ball arrived, and the town's beloved couple looked resplendent. Michael donned a suit as dark as the midnight sky, while Lily wore a gown that shimmered like moonlight on a tranquil lake. With hearts brimming with excitement and love, they set off for the Crystal Palace, guided by the light of 1,000 fireflies. The Crystal Palace was a marvel to behold, its walls adorned with glistening crystals that cast a radiant glow upon all who entered. As they stepped into the grand hall, the guests were met with gasps of wonder and admiration. Michael and Lily's love story was soon the talk of the palace, for it was a tale of a love so profound that it could warm the coldest of hearts. As the night unfolded, Michael and Lily danced under the canopy of stars, their love story celebrated by all who beheld them. The melodies of the minstrels' songs filled the air, and it was as if the very world conspired to create a magical evening. But as the night waned and the first light of dawn kissed the horizon, Michael and Lily realized where their hearts truly belonged. They knew that the world beyond the Crystal Palace was not their home. It was their small, quiet town, nestled in the heart of the lush, green forest, where their love had blossomed and thrived. But, as with all tales of great love and destiny, there came a shadow as dark and foreboding as the deepest depths of the enchanted forest. A nefarious gang, shrouded in malice and cloaked in shadows, descended upon the small, quiet town like a tempest in the night. They were driven by a wickedness that sought to tear Michael and Lily apart in the cruelest of ways. Under the cover of darkness, these malevolent figures crept into the town, driven by motives known only to the blackest recesses of their hearts. They abducted Lily, the beloved girl with the golden hair and eyes as clear as sapphires, and her absence left a void that no sunrise could mend. The townsfolk awoke to the haunting emptiness, their laughter silenced and their cobblestone streets now echoing with sorrow. Michael, the valiant young lad with eyes as deep as the fathomless sea, was shattered by the cruel separation. He could not bear the loss of his beloved Lily, and knew that he must embark on a quest to rescue her from the clutches of the nefarious gang. The townspeople, their hearts heavy with grief, rallied behind Michael, for they knew that the love between these two kindred souls was a beacon of hope that must not be extinguished. The young hero set forth into the wilderness, his path guided by the whispers of the ancient forest and the wisdom of the stars. He encountered many trials and tribulations along the way, as any hero must on such a perilous journey. Yet, his love for Lily burned like a steadfast flame in his heart, and it illuminated the path before him. As Michael delved deeper into the unknown, he uncovered the gang's sinister intentions. They sought to use Lily's pure heart and radiant spirit for their nefarious designs, believing it could grant them great power and riches. Michael's determination to rescue her grew even stronger, for he knew that their love was worth any trial or sacrifice. After what felt like an eternity of hardship, Michael reached the lair of the nefarious gang, hidden deep within the darkest heart of the forest. He summoned all his courage and resolve to confront the villains, his eyes burning with a fierce determination. A fierce battle ensued, with Michael facing the malevolent gang and their vile leader, who sought to break his spirit. But love, pure and unwavering, can conquer even the darkest of adversaries. With every strike and every step, Michael fought valiantly, driven by the memory of Lily's laughter and their shared dreams. In the darkest chapter of this once charming fairy tale, a cruel and malevolent king entered the scene, shrouded in darkness and driven by a sinister heart. He sought to shatter the love between Michael and Lily, envious of the purity of their bond. As the kingdom trembled under the weight of his tyranny, Michael, resolute in his quest to protect his beloved Lily and free the realm from the king's oppressive rule, found himself in a fateful confrontation. He faced the king in a battle that would determine the fate of the kingdom and the love he held so dear. The battle was fierce, a tumultuous clash between good and evil, love and cruelty. Michael's eyes, once as deep as the sea, now blazed with a fire that sought justice and freedom. The king, driven by his malevolence, fought with a heart as black as night, determined to extinguish the love that had shone so brightly in the town. In the midst of this harrowing struggle, a dreadful twist of fate occurred. In a single, heart-wrenching moment, as the swords clashed and the world seemed to hold its breath, the malevolent king struck a treacherous blow. With a swift and merciless strike, he took the life of Lily, extinguishing her radiant presence in the blink of an eye. Michael's beloved was gone, and his heart was shattered, broken beyond repair. Overwhelmed by grief and the agony of his loss, Michael's strength waned, but the fire of vengeance still burned within him. He fought with a fury born of anguish, seeking justice for the beloved soul who was taken from him so cruelly. In the end, Michael's love for Lily and his desire for retribution prevailed, and he defeated the malevolent king. With the tyrant's demise, a heavy silence fell over the kingdom, a silence born of victory and loss, of love and sorrow. Michael's heart, forever scarred by the loss of his beloved, was now filled with an emptiness that could never be truly mended. After that, Michael became the king of the kingdom, once the valiant hero, who had endured great trials, had ascended to the throne of the kingdom. Though he ruled with wisdom and kindness, his heart remained heavy with the longing and sorrow of his beloved Lily, who had been taken from him in a cruel twist of fate. Years passed, and the kingdom flourished under King Michael's rule. He was known far and wide for his benevolent deeds, and the townspeople admired him for his fairness and compassion. Yet, the shadow of his past love continued to linger, casting a melancholic hue over his heart. One fateful day, as King Michael presided over his court, a young girl appeared in his entourage. She was a vision of youthful beauty, with golden hair that glistened like the sun, and eyes as clear as the sapphire waters. Her arrival sent a shiver down the king's spine, for she bore an uncanny resemblance to his beloved Lily. It was as if she had stepped out of a forgotten memory, a ghost of the love he had lost. The young girl, named Alara, had come to serve the king with the utmost devotion and loyalty. She possessed a gentle spirit and a kind heart, and her actions were driven by a desire to aid the realm and its beloved ruler. As King Michael looked upon Alara, his eyes, now aged and weary, saw in her the visage of his former love, a vision from the past. The eyes that once gazed upon Lily with profound adoration were now filled with a love that had not diminished over the years. It was a love that defied the passage of time, a love that transcended the boundaries of age. Alara, though aware of the king's gaze, did not question his affection. She continued to serve him dutifully, for her heart was filled with admiration and gratitude for the wise and benevolent king. She could sense the loneliness in his eyes, the haunting sorrow that had not faded, and she longed to bring him comfort and solace. As the years passed in the tranquil kingdom, the love between King Michael and the young maiden Alara deepened. The king considered her not only a devoted subject but also as a cherished daughter, for her presence had brought solace to his weary heart. Alara in turn cared for King Michael with unfaltering devotion, tending to his needs and sharing his joys and sorrows. The memory of his beloved Layla remained etched in the king's heart, her presence an ever-present shadow in the recesses of his thoughts. He often spoke of Layla with a tenderness that revealed the depth of his love and longing. The townspeople, who had witnessed the transformation of their wise and benevolent king, held the memory of Layla close to their hearts, for she was a part of their beloved ruler's story. King Michael's life was filled with the warmth and companionship of his loyal subjects and the unwavering love of Alara. Yet he knew that time was fleeting, and his thoughts often turned to the prospect of reuniting with his beloved Layla in the afterlife. He believed that their love, though separated by earthly trials, would find its true fulfillment in the realm of eternity. With each passing day, King Michael's hair grew whiter, and his eyes held the wisdom of age. The kingdom continued to flourish under his rule, and his legacy of kindness and compassion became a cherished part of the kingdom's history. When the time came for King Michael to leave this world behind, his subjects mourned his passing, for he had been a beloved and just ruler. As he breathed his last, he spoke of his hope to reunite with Layla in the heavenly realms, where time and sorrow no longer held sway.